Hi there, Aries, and welcome to Feathered Serpent Tarot, to your July 2017 reading. Yay! I hope you've survived June, and I am posting this in the latter part of June, so you're probably still feeling something. We've all been really kind of going through it for the last few weeks. We're kind of being pushed to deal with our emotions. You know how much Aries loves that. So, don't take yourself too seriously right now, Aries. You're gonna come through. It's gonna be fine. What's cool is that we've kind of been floating in this ocean of emotion for a while, and then we're gonna hit land, and then we're gonna, okay, that's over. And then we're going to get started, which is what Aries does best. So think of this as a little bit of short-term pain before you can really hit the ground running. Your favorite thing to do. But you've got to feel your feelings. If you don't feel them when they're tapping you on the shoulder, they're going to come up and get you and kick you in the butt at some point later. So you best be dealing with it now. That's kind of why it's cool to have astrology there to tell us when the environment or when the energies are there to support us through different things. So if you're trying to get something off the ground right now and it's not happening, it's because Cancer is dominating everything. And Cancer is a water sign. It's all about emotions. You cannot skip that part. It's a necessary step before you get to the next place, before you can launch. Okay? So, July, there it is. July 2017, your first card is the Two of Wands. That's a good card to start with, Aries. So, I'm just going to continue to lay them down, see what sort of story comes up. Oh, look at that. What your obstacle is the Three of Cups. So maybe something within your friends. You could be partying too much, maybe trying to avoid your emotions. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. We haven't laid them all out yet, but I'm just saying. And then your foundation is the Knave of Chalices. So this is a water sign. Possibly. It could be you. You could be extending an offer of love to someone. Or you're feeling in that place. So let's just see here. And then in your recent past, we have the Eight of Cups. So you moved on from something. And you're crowned by the Six of Cups. That's pretty cool. Because if you're extending an offer of love, or somebody's extending an offer of love to you, the Six of Chalices could indicate that this is a soulmate connection of some sort. We have more than one of those, just saying. Usually we have many. So, Aries has got it going on. So something tells me you actually felt your feels. Good for you, because I know that that's a challenge. Although sometimes, no, maybe I'm being too harsh with you, Aries. Because you can be real sensitive mushpot sometimes. So maybe you've been good. You've been just not questioning your emotions, because now you're the magician in the short-term outcome. Okay, so the magician is the person who makes things happen. You've got power over all elements. This is good. This, for my Aries friends out there, it's about time. Because there's something going on in your world where you feel restricted. It's probably the emotions and your thoughts around them. But you're still making stuff happen, and you are making good connections. You're moving on from past situations that likely no longer serve you. Maybe there were a few tough lessons in there somewhere. And then we have the Four of Swords. That's your environment. So that's rest. You know, you're taking a rest from the intensity of things, the way that they've been the last couple of weeks. And in your hopes and fears, you've got the Three of Pentacles. So whether this is some anxiety about your feelings about work or building the foundations towards something new, building a foundation that will support this offer of love, regardless of whether it's been you who's offered it or someone else. This is a card that's very common to folks. I believe Aquarius got this in the same position. The Nine of Pentacles, you're still on your own, but you've got what you need. You've got, you know, there's a lot of people out there who want to get into a relationship, but they don't have their own foundations built. You do. And you're ready for this. You're ready for partnership. You know, but right now it appears that if you do have a soulmate coming in, they're just kind of on the periphery. You're aware of them, but they're on the periphery. And the environment, or the outside kind of influences, is the Nine of Cups, which is the your wish is coming true card. So things are looking pretty good for Aries. So let me get some clarifiers down here. I'm going to clarify each card and get a little bit more insight as to what all is happening here. But it's looking pretty good to me. Aries is getting back in the game by the looks of it. Can't hold Aries down for too long. That's for sure. Okay, so the Two of Wands gets covered by the Five of Pentacles. So what can we say about this? It's been a lot of juxtaposition between and contrast between cards for July. I mean, it's like you're kind of feeling on the outside of things. You know, there's some lingering, maybe, I don't know, feeling like you don't deserve something. But, you know, it's like 20% of you is still fighting that. But the rest of you, the 80%, you know, is taking stock of the past in a very real way. And, you know, maybe you've got some regrets as to how you've handled things. But by and large, I think you're okay with who you are. And, you know, if, you know, there's so many of us who look back with melancholy, wishing that we had handled things a different way or what have you. So with the Three of Cups being your obstacle, oh, two cards. Oh, look at this. Oh, and the Two of Wands. So let's see here. But we've also got the Wheel of Fortune. So there's change. So I think it's your looking back, and I guess if we bring in the Six of Cups, it's like you've got to get unstuck from the past, Aries. Because it's the nostalgia that you're feeling that's holding you back, that's made you forget the magician that you are. So if you can kind of do like one look back, as opposed to one look back that lasts for 2 years. Okay? So, foundation of your reading is the Knave of Chalices. So, this is either a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or an offer of love that you have either provided or that they provided. So let's see what sort of... perhaps you're falling in love with a water sign. In the recent past, we have the Eight of Cups with the Six of Wands covering it. So whatever you walked away from achieved a victory. It was a really good thing that you walked away from that. So let's see what's happening with the Six of Cups, whether it's a soulmate situation or whether this is nostalgia. Well, could be a little bit of both, because the Knight of Wands could be you in sort of immature perspective on your past. Again, you're probably best to just stop analyzing it. Stop thinking about it. Stop looking back. Yeah. Okay. So, the Magician got the Tower. So, it might be a bit of a shakedown. You may lose it. Or you may make everything crash down, almost like an urban renewal project. You know? And you're going to have the power to do that. So, for the Eight of Swords, where you're feeling restricted, held back, what is doing that? What's the story with that? Well, it's either, I don't know. It's either, or maybe it is necessary for you to sort of take yourself out for a little bit so that you can reflect. You know, to delve inside, to figure out, and I know how hard that is for you, Aries, but it's about getting in touch with your intuition. I also, sometimes the High Priestess can signify secrets. So if you have any secrets, that's what's penning you in. So secrets, not a good thing. Thinking about your stuff is okay, but you don't have to be necessarily in jail to do that. You know, you don't have to jail yourself in order to sit there and work your stuff out. Like, just work it out. Just sit on a park bench somewhere and think about it. That's all. You don't have to, there's no test. Just think about it. That's all. So, your environment, it's restful. So, if there, you know, and I don't know, maybe that's what you're going to do. You're going to shake it up. The Magician's going to come in there and tear it all down. No rest for nobody. Okay. So, Four of Swords. See? Careful about the empty victory. You know, the shake up just for shaking stuff up can sometimes backfire. So you're in a bit of a thing, Aries. I'm so sorry. So you've got 3 of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. So perhaps you were hoping to build a foundation, but instead you ended up creating, you know, the 5 of Swords situation created some pain. And there's likely to be a lot of regret around that. But again, don't get stuck in the thinking, in looking back. So for the 9 of Pentacles, we have the Fool. Trust. So once you process your emotions, Aries, you're going to be back to the same old you who's taking care of himself and just floating through the world the way you should. So again, this is all temporary. And I'm going to look at the bottom of this deck, and we've got the Lovers. So this is telling me that you have regrets about how you handled a situation with someone that you were offering love to. That somehow something just set you off. Something changed. Perhaps within the social dynamic. But something has definitely changed and shifted for you. So that's about all I got for that part of the read. But I picked up a really cool deck of cards just before I came to Mexico. And it's called The Oracle of E by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. And this is so much fun. And seeing as it is July and everybody's going to have fireworks and stuff, I just wanted you to see how it's sparklers. Look at that. It took me a while to figure out what that was when I first got it. I was like, what is that? And then I was like, oh my God, it's sparklers. So happy Fireworks Day for those of you in various places that celebrate that sort of thing. And let's see what the Oracle of E has for Aries for July 2017. Oh, I think this just might be the one. Whoa, Wrecking Ball. So, you know, Aries, it might be a situation where it's like you just didn't see it going anywhere, or something happened and you just said, okay, that's it. Let's just destroy it. That's what I'm just going to say because of the context of the reading. Let's see what the book has to say because I haven't memorized these yet. So, Wrecking Ball. Psst. Just so you know, a wrecking ball is not necessarily a sign of destruction. See? It's more like a blessed invitation for brand new, exciting things to blossom. See? All you need to do is change your perspective. Let's get this renovation started. So that's what July, I think, is going to be about for you, Aries. And good for you, because a lot of the times we need Aries to come in and just do that clear-cut thing. Just say, all right, enough of this, and boom, change. And now we can be happy again. So take care of yourself, Aries. Enjoy July, and we'll see you next time.